All right, guys, honestly, I've never done anything like this before. It is just after 7 a.m. Sunrise should be in a couple minutes. I've actually got, myself included, there's 7 different guys coming over to take care of this. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna finish up this chicken coop. Okay, chickens are out there in the yard. 3 months ago, I bent up some metal, and the metal was to run around this thing, some fascia. But I've been waiting for my friend to get on his battens. And so far, in the past 3 months, he hasn't done it, okay? He works hard to take care of his family and just hasn't accomplished that yet. So we're gonna screw some battens over all this. We're gonna put the fascia on, and we're also got a number of surprises. I actually have a recorded message where he told us we could do whatever we want.
You guys crack me up. You do whatever you guys wanna do. You guys do whatever you want to do.
So anything he wants to change later is on him, but what we're going to do is we're going to assemble here, we're going to tackle this and knock it out. You see, he had to run down to Texas real quick to pick up a different vehicle that he's got, and he should be back today. Hence, 7 of us showed up here at sunrise to knock this out before he gets home, to surprise him, to bless him and his channel, and him and his family. And I don't know if he even, completely took us serious. But we're definitely here, we're definitely serious, and we're gonna do what we can. Guys, I am absolutely blown away by what just happened here. So much more was accomplished than even what I was thinking we were going to do, and a number of those things happened because of some of the other guys helping. So check this out. Starting over here with some extra stuff. Number one, around the bottom, we added a layer of rocks on the inside and outside. Any animal could almost have just crawled underneath that chicken wire because it would have had about 6 inches where it was just free underneath those boards. So by adding these rocks here, it'll keep predators out, possums, dogs, raccoons, whatever. And the chickens so far are liking this moss and lichens. They're pecking those, so these rocks will probably be clean in a bit. Another thing we did was we secured the chicken wire to the top. We kind of made a sandwich there adding these boards, and we also, he had a big old thing here, and I'll have to get it pulled up to verify. But he told us that we could do whatever we want.
You do whatever you guys want to do. You guys do whatever you want to do.
So we found that, figured he probably had it as netting for the top. You can see that over the top right now. And we almost went with a double layer for added security, but that would just catch extra ice, extra sleet, extra snow, extra leaves. Figured, no, we're not going to do that, but the whole top is covered now, so if they try to get an aerial, you know, death bomber of some sort of hawk, some sort of owl, that ain't going to happen anymore. It'll get tangled up in there. Hopefully it won't make it through. Added all the battens on this side as well. This was just, there was no door here. Okay, we actually found an old door laying out back, took the hinges off of that, applied it to here, made a nice little sliding handle, and now there's actually a gate to the outside of here too. What happened is some of the people ran the rocks on the outside. We had a pile here and that was closed, but then we found the hinges, so we actually were able to open that up and work on that too. Very cool. So all of that was stuff that we hadn't even really planned. And here's another one. You can see this bottom board here. Between the runners, there was a good hole, both on this side, which is the back side of the building, and the front side. And what that does is that allows an opportunity for like an opossum or a raccoon to crawl up in here and get inside. So normally if you have a hole like that, the time that you realize you shouldn't is when you come out one morning like half your chickens are dead. I am so glad that we saved them the heartache of that. So ran a board here. Okay, this fascia, that white stuff, that was what I originally worked out. And the deal was, he had something laying back over here, I'll show you, that was gonna work perfect for my old quail house. Because he had it laying here, he told me I could have it. And I said, well, I'll bend you up some of this to work with instead. So right here is what he had. And this would work great and cover the transition from one roof to another. But then I got some of that for free from Monica, so I didn't need it. So I already had this other stuff bent up though. I said, well, we're just gonna still take care of you, even though I got some, you know, from a different source to take care of my needs. So here, all these battens were put on. And as I go inside, I'll show you some stuff too. But his concern was, it's getting cold up here already anyway. You can see all the snow in the background. He wanted his chickens to be warm, but these battens weren't on. It was 3 months ago we worked out this deal, right? So thankfully we did that. We added some extra stuff on the inside too to help them stay warmer. I did add a little bit of decor up over here, and then a matching one on this side. And I had that last time I was here helping them. That was laying in the yard, so I put it up for decor. Added that saw blade now too. And then inside here, we added this too. But here's some pretty cool stuff. So a couple things you're gonna see in here. We did add 1 bale of straw to help keep them warm. We're heading into one of the coldest weeks we're gonna have this entire winter. There was some wood chips like you see up in those nesting boxes, and this one here's got an egg. Nice, beautiful, I think it's a barred rock. But she's got an egg. So we added this just to keep them extra warm. Here I've got, yeah, that one's pecking. See them pecking those oyster shells out of there? So that's a gravity-fed oyster shell dispenser, I guess I'll call it. That's a good source of calcium for them, helping them lay good eggs, but then also they can use them in their gizzards, help grind up their food. So that's just some Mana Pro oyster shells I got there. And you can use egg shells too as something that they can get a good source of calcium, but that's pretty easy. And then I also added this dust bath. So this dust bath is pretty cool for a couple reasons. It's just sand, and you can add any dry kind of soil medium. But I added a couple things that can really help them as well. So a couple of those things are going to be diatomaceous earth. If you're not familiar with it, you should be. A lot of people use it in their gardens, a lot of people use it with their animals, and I'm going to give this straw a dusting of diatomaceous earth before I leave too. It's really good, takes care of a lot of pests and parasites. I also took some wood ash from our wood stove. Now we've been saving it because we're going to use some in our garden, but this is the first application of it I've used really in anything useful from the wood ash, and I put this in the dust bath. The wood ash works its way down to their, skin level beneath their feathers, and it helps them keep clean. It helps them kind of with some parasites or different animals, the little creepy crawly critters that could get under their feathers. And then I also took some of the lemon balm that we grew in our garden. I pulverized it so it was like a powder almost, and I mixed that in there too. And things like lemon balm or lavender, the scent of it really helps keep pests away. So if I have that there, they'll be using it, in their dust bath that's going to be beneficial to them. And for the main medium, I did just use sand because that's what I had available. My topsoil, which would have been a good option too, was wet at the time. So you want something dry for them to be taking dust baths in. Since the outside run is not covered, I put it here inside, and they've scratched around and played in here a bit, and they'll probably continue to do so. Then one other thing we did is we added this. Yes, so just a night light. If they want to come in here at night, make sure their animals are safe. They don't really need a flashlight. It's a little bit dark in here right now anyway. If I take this light out, I guess it's not that dark, which is good because there's good aeration. But up here, if you want to look, those were the other areas where we added a board. So you can see you've got almost 2 feet between there, and it was a big open area where anything could have crawled in. So now that it's secure, very happy for that. And like I said, this is available for them to use at night. It's just battery operated, but we started off with some good fresh batteries in there for them. I also added that little branch for roosting there. So just something simple, doesn't take much, but enough that they appreciate it. 4 of them were sitting on it earlier. So pretty cool. Happy, healthy looking flock. You can see how big and kind of puffed up they are. Super nice looking feathers. And then here, you can see where they've been sorting through that moss off that rock, finding little bugs and stuff to munch on. But really cool, and really glad to be able to do this. So pretty much this was an opportunity for a number of us to gather at sunrise, to come over to our friend's house, and this thing that he's been working on for months without accomplishing, because he works long and hard. He gets home, there's not much daylight left usually at all, if any, and then he's got to wake up early and go to work again, you know. So we grabbed this Sunday morning when he wasn't home, do all this. I'll have to see what he thinks when he gets home, but he did give us complete authority to do whatever we wanted.
You do whatever you guys want to do. You guys do whatever you want to do.
So at least we're not to blame if there's any of this he doesn't like. And you know, we just did it. If he wants to change things later, there's no offense. This is his thing. We just wanted at least the battens to be done, that fascia I made a while ago to be put on. Then we went above and beyond. So hopefully he appreciates it, guys. And keep an eye open in your areas, you know. Look for those people around who may have been struggling with something, may have not really had the time themselves to accomplish something that's on their to-do list or a goal of theirs. If there's a way you can step in and help, I'd highly recommend it. You know, work on those relationships, even if it is, you know, just getting permission to stop over at their place when they're gone. They're working long, hard hours, working on something, but got some happy chickens here. Hopefully we'll have some happy chicken owners. I'll see you next time. Papa out.
Thank you for watching. And the next one. Thumbs up.